What's up everyone, and I am back with another video for you guys today. And today we're just going to be diving deep into the topic of relationships, and especially when it comes to the intimacy in relationships. Talking about the evil Snowbunny mind control epidemic, or should I say the side effects of the Snowbunny influence when it comes to this reaction video, because I have personal experience when it comes to with like certain people have that kind of influence on you, especially if you're a black man, if you're from America, if you're from other parts of the world. Have you dated like interracially and with women from different cultures, and they really just have like a certain appreciation about you, but they also really want to just really have you in your lives and try and influence you in a certain way. It's just when it comes to with that, and even just my experience dealing with Snowbunnies too. And I honestly, I just really don't like saying snow bunnies anymore, just because it sounds ignorant. It's like a stereotype for white girls, but there's some white girls out there, you know, who really just embrace that too. And I know some of them who really embrace that title. So this is not to offend anybody, to really just put people down. I'm just really sharing my story, but also too at the same time just doing a reaction video by One Cloud9. So shout out to him. He gets all the credit when it comes to the original video. If you guys want to see the original video, it'll be linked in the description below. And let's get this party started. Enough of me talking. You know, I will be reacting to it, but I'm not going to talk as much too. So without further ado, let's get this party started.
Evil snow bunnies have been plaguing the black community for years, even going back to slavery time, when Master's daughter had a strange fascination with the male slave. Just kidding, not really kidding, but that doesn't really matter, because today we're talking about the evil snow bunnies, not just white women in general, because there is a difference. There are good white...
Well, it's hard to tell nowadays, you know, people who are influential and people who are just... I don't know, human nature is complicated itself, especially, you know, with how people are, especially with women too, you know, as a man as well. So it's kind of like we all have good and evil. It's just when it comes to just recognizing those certain parts about certain people too. And it's really saying that from an educational kind of perspective too. So, I mean, it's just like, you know, snow bunnies could be good and evil too. So it's kind of like, I don't know, you know, to each their own, I guess. I'm not trying to like make an excuse for it, but when it comes to just, you know, with this video, you know, I understand what he's saying there too, but when it comes to with that, and with my experience, just, you know, meeting women who are infatuated about certain black men too, like myself and other people too, or just like infatuated about black men and black culture in general, it's just... You know, you just gotta look, you know, recognize the good and recognize the bad and weird and nasty and all that kind of stuff too. So that's just my take on it too, but let's continue.
Women that are perfect matches for black men. But on the other hand, there are evil white women who want to take advantage of black men. And today I'm going to give you a guide, some signs to spot out these evil snow bunnies so you can avoid them if you are a milkman. Tip number 1, know what these heathens are here for. Because each of these things have unique reasons behind them. If you're an athlete, then most likely she's jersey chasing. She'll be your ride or die hoping that you get to the pros.
Jersey chasing,
don't,
that's a new one for me.
Where did she go? On to the next black guy. And she'll keep on doing this until she can finally live her dream of being a professional athlete's wife. Number 2, they're rich. Self-explanatory. Every girl loves a rich guy. Especially when he can take care of you. You can be a cute little housewife making little TikToks about that too. You can buy all of the Starbucks Frappuccinos as you want. Shop at Whole Foods and Target whenever. And when your man eventually gives you his credit card because he just honestly doesn't care no more, he's too rich, you'll be posting little get ready with me's too. I'm not gonna lie. It's the same type of... And the highlight of your life will be making beautiful light-skinned babies that are also demons. Just kidding. They're not demons out the womb. They will be when they grow up though. Go watch my last video if you want to know more about that. And 3, if they have a big... Cool, I mean, that's very self-explanatory too. Most white girls just think that black guys automatically have slongs. I don't...
That's... Oh, no. That's just to each their own. It's not everybody's going to be packing a blade down there too, or a daywalker sword, or an axe, or how you want to call it too. So I'm not going to say that. That sounds sus coming out of my mouth too. No, diddy, pause. But when it comes to with that, you know, not everybody's going to be packing like that too. So Yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there.
Know why? Well, I do know why, but at the same time, stop objectifying us. We have feelings too, but now that you know why they want you, it'll be way easier to navigate how to avoid the bad ones. Because again, there are a lot of good ones that genuinely do like you for you, but we're not talking about those today because that video will be boring. We're talking about the evil ones. But here's the thing: if these evil Snowbunnies get what they want, usually they won't cause you that many problems. But if they feel like they invested a lot of time in you and they didn't reap the rewards, that's when you got to be a little bit worried because they will crash out. And depending on your status and situation, it can either be a minor crash out or they accuse you of rape. Which leads me to
or even worse too.
Be aware of the accusers. See, Snowbunnies are famous for falsely accusing black men of rape. Now, before we really dive into this section, I do want to say that not all of these cases are just accusations. Some of them have actually happened, and to the victims, I truly do feel for you and prayers out for you. And the people who assaulted you should for sure be behind bars because SA is not something to play around.
Exactly,
That's a very serious issue. Which is why it pisses me off so much when people lie about it. Because now we got to question the people who actually got SA because you went a lie to get a badge. Which is exactly what we're talking about. Because if you have any athletic scholarship as a black man, you now have to be very wary about your surroundings. Because if you by chance go to a party and you see a white drunk girl that's trying to hit on you, you need to abort mission immediately. And matter of fact, just go ahead and leave the function completely. Because what she could possibly try to do is get you drunk and then take you to a room where both y'all will have y'all ways with each other. And then the next day when y'all wake up, she'll claim that she didn't know what happened, even though she was the person that got you drunk. Then the next thing you know, you're facing 3 rape charges, lost all of your scholarships, and every single white man in America is tweeting out on X, using you as an example of why black people shouldn't have rights. If you think I'm joking, this has happened multiple times.
And that's true. Yeah. And especially to any brothers out there who are watching this video, just really being careful who you connect with too, just because you never know what people's intentions are. And especially when it comes to with meeting certain women, especially the ones that really are infatuated with you or just want to have like a good time also, just really using your due diligence, your, common sense to really just recognizing those people. And if you feel like something's really off about it and you don't feel right about it, just walk away. It really can really just save like a whole amount of time and can really even save your life too, just down the road as well. So when it comes to with that, and especially from my experience of meeting certain women too, who I thought they were cool, but at the same time, I got accused of something that I didn't do. It was really messed up. And I'll explain more about that after this, finishing reacting to this video. But when it comes to just with that kind of influence, when it comes to how certain women or even Snowbunnies have too with certain black men, it's just very influential. And it's really good for any black men out there who love to date women, especially when it comes to women from different cultures, to really just recognizing that too when it comes to just with that influence that that person has on you, not just like with your mind, but also with your energy, with your sexual energy, or even just like with your body too, just really recognizing that. So that's just my take on it too. Let's continue.
Before. Just ask Brother Shannon Sharp. Who's a former football player and a current sports analyst who actually just recently signed a $100 million contract to talk about sports, which is life-changing money. Here's the thing, though. He wasn't the only one who realized it was life-changing money. The old Snowbunny he used to mess with in the past realized it, too. And after Shannon decided to stop talking to her and she realized how much money he was going to start making, she decided to pull out her ultimate trap card and accuse him of rape. And the worst part about this case is that it's very obvious that it's false allegation. Because if you see the leaked text documents, it's very obvious that their relationship was purely consensual and that she for sure wanted his big black babies in her. And the reason why I knew this,
and that's the thing too, when I get it when brothers like to have a good time with certain women, especially with the Snowbunnies out there who look fine as hell. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I love women, black, white, if you're Mexican, Brazilian. But when it comes to with just with that kind of influence that they have on us too, especially with our energy, with our sexual energy too, per se too, and even just with like how they portray themselves, how they appear, how their values are too, and if like say like somebody who's just is not like a right fit for us, they're unhealthy, if they have like unhealthy habits, and it's just they accuse you of something that you really didn't do. If you're like really doing your best to really just be like a genuine person, to respect their boundaries or anything like that. But you just got pressured to just like doing things outside your comfort zone, but you don't want to just be like coming off as a, disrespectful or jerk. But then the next day too, that you get accused of something that you actually didn't do, because it's like, oh, I didn't do that, all this kind of stuff too. That can really just put anybody in a crazy situation or a dangerous situation too. So when it comes to with that, and especially for anyone out there who's experienced that, any brothers out there who's just, got falsely accused and just really been falsely accused for no kind of reason, just because, someone wants to be vengeful or be spiteful and all that too. My heart goes out to you guys, the actual victims too, because, I really do support actual victims who've been like falsely accused, who've been really just been, disrespected like that too, man or woman too. So that's just my take on it too. So let's continue.
Because she allegedly texted it. Which, by the way, Shannon, I'm not gonna lie, time out real quick. Why the did you let this girl say this to you? You are a black man over 50 years old. You seen racial time. You was born a few years after MLK died, brother. You felt the tension. It's giving slave and master-daughter roleplay. I'm not gonna lie. Even though the allegations seemed very fake, Shannon still had to step down from his job that he just got the contract from, and there is no word of him ever reclaiming his position. AKA, this evil Snowbunny may have lost Shannon his job, all because he wanted to play in the snow. And if this evidence wasn't good enough for you, look into the story of Sean Oakman, one of the best football prospects of all time, literally lost all of his scholarships because of a white girl. So moral of the story, stay away from drunk white women at parties. Matter of fact, if you see a drunk white woman at a party, leave the function. Matter of fact, if you know white women will have alcohol in the vicinity, leave the function.
Yeah, like I was saying before, if you're in a situation like this, if you're at a party or at a club or just like anyone, and it's just like you see people having a good time, and it's like women who are drunk and just have fun and want to just they're trying to take advantage of you like that. Just I'm not trying to like put people down in this reaction video, but when it comes to just really recognizing that and really just staying away from people who are just like out of control like that can really just save you a whole lot of time and energy, and even just save your life in general, because you never know, like if you stick around and you just like have fun with them too, and if they're in a place where they don't remember what they did, it's just like it really puts you in a really pernicious situation or a dangerous situation. So I meant to say pernicious, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Pernicious and dangerous are kind of like the same word. So yeah, when it comes to with that, if you see like a woman who's drunk and anyone trying to take advantage of you, especially if you're a black man who's trying to have like a genuine good time without the drama, without having to just like, deal with the weirdness too, and even just with you just trying to be like a genuine human being, just get out of that situation the best way that you can. Just really just get out of there. Go home, go play your favorite video game, do whatever you need to do to really just get out of that situation and to really just, cleanse yourself, cleanse your energy body, your mental self, all those kind of things too. So that's just my genuine hippie side coming out of that too. So, but anyways, let's continue.
Matter of fact, if you see Pink Whitney around a white girl, just stay away. Don't go near. Some black men are just genuinely in love with Snowbunny, and they don't care about anything else.
And that's the thing too. Yeah, it's just to nowadays, especially with how most black men are, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. And I've seen this before in person. A lot of them do love, white women. All sorts, shapes, sizes, ages. I'm saying that, in a really ethical and respectful way, like when they're adults, of course, when they're like in their 20s or their 30s or their 40s and 50s and all that. Most black men love white women, and even just with other women from different cultures too. If they're from Asia, they're from Europe, if they're from South America, if they're from, other parts of the world too, and in America too, of course. And so, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Nothing wrong with that, right? But at the same time, if you're so in love with a concept or something, oftentimes you'll look past the red flags because you just want that so.
And you really got to look at really recognize the red flags in certain people, especially if you're dating somebody, if you're in a friendship, or if you're in a like an acquaintance connection too, if you're working at a certain job, just really recognizing those red flags, because you never know. Human nature can really just be really weird, to where people can really just be vengeful just because you didn't do things a certain way, or if they just like they don't like you for any kind of reason, just really recognizing it as well. So yeah, really paying attention to the red flags, especially to any black men out there who are listening and watching this video. Just be aware of that the best way that you can.
Bad. Which leads me into tip number 3. Identify if snow bunnies are your weakness. AKA, if you're under the spell. Honestly, most of the guys who are like this are from the burbs. I'm not gonna lie. But again, there's nothing wrong with dabbling in the snow. I mean, I used to dabble in the snow a little bit. I love black queens forever. Snow bunnies sometimes. But it's not about dabbling in the snow. It's about picking the right snow for you. Here's the issue. When you have a weakness towards snow bunnies, you're more prone to fall into their evil spell, because these evil heathens are very good at mind control.
I mean, you really gotta, when it comes to with men, and especially men who are attracted to, you know, white women who love black men, practicing sexual discipline can really just be helpful. And especially when it comes to just, you know, not just like going down there thinking with your dick, but also thinking with your mind and with your heart as well. Just really having that kind of control, to where you can really just practicing that sexual discipline, to where you can really just recognizing those red flags, especially if someone who really looks good, she's like beautiful inside and out, beautiful on the outside too. She's got like a banging body, you know, everything like that. But when it comes to with her values and her morals, it can be quite the opposite. And just really recognizing that too, it's like, whoa, this woman is beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, you know, how she treats people, how she treats herself, and even how she treats me. It's like, you know, it can really just be a red flag if she's like, you know, pushy. She talks about certain people. She talks about black women or black culture, or, you know, when it comes to just being a culture vulture, or trying to, you know, whitewash certain things, you know, when it comes to certain people trying to do weird things, when it comes to with black people, trying to influence them, trying to whitewash them, colonize them, and all that stuff too. So just really recognizing that too when it comes to with certain people, and especially when it comes to with certain women too, who are really just infatuated with black men for any kind of reason too. So just really recognizing that as well, you know, from a healthy perspective.
For instance, we all had that one homie that would choose white women over anything. Like, you could put Coco Jones, Lotto, and Ruby Rose in front of him. He'll still choose a girl like Bobby Altoff over him. It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's always a specific breed of snow bunny that they love. You know, the ones that always wear aloe or Skims because they don't wear Lululemon no more because it's too ghetto. Whenever they post on IG, they're always just hugging their friends for no reason. Like, okay, brother, I get you love each other. Their favorite stores are Ulta, Zara, Garage, Aerie, and American Eagle. You can't ever forget about their mocha latte that they always got to get their Starbucks. And they always take that Starbucks drink and walk around Target. I'm not gonna lie, I just got it on the nail. Also, shout out to my Milkman homeboy who helped me with this list.
Milkman,
write this shit down. Keep making me proud, my boy. I ain't gonna lie, I expect light-skinned, beautiful babies. But this build right here is a Milkman's biggest weakness.
Yeah, let me go back to that. Hold on, let me go back.
Damn. Keep making me proud, my boy. I ain't gonna lie, I expect light-skinned, beautiful babies. But this build right here is
yeah, no lies detected. 100%. No lies detected. That's true. That's true. A lot of brothers love this kind of build. Apple, the curves, 100%. He's right. Spot on. 100%. I mean, I could be totally wrong about this, but from most cases, from what I've talked to with other people, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Milkman's biggest weakness. And these brothers get caught up into this trap all the time. I mean, just look at the case of Shamik Moore. He was fiending over this exact type, except she was brunette instead of blonde. But the thing is that he never had a chance with Haley Steinfeld. The reason why is because she is dating or married to a 6'5" white quarterback who was making $250 million over the course of 5 years. But yeah, brother, you had no chance. Apparently, she was going for Michael B. Jordan in the center. I mean, just look at their chemistry. It was off the charts.
That chemistry is off the charts.
It did look like
at that shit
for each other, especially when she was spitting in his mouth. I don't think we can show that on YouTube.
Yeah. Whoa. I got.
But I mean,
I gotta put this for adults only.
Until she turned into a vampire. But see, prime example of why you can't trust evil snow bunnies. Talk to me, Dr. Umar. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. He trusted a white woman and she ended up sucking his blood instead of his meat. What a shame, man. What a shame. But also, before you try to date one of these girls, make sure that their family approves too. Because I'm telling you right now, if her dad chews dip, owns a big ass truck, welds or has a Confederate flag anywhere in the house, especially in the front yard, then brother, you are fried. Because
right. 100%, and especially when it comes to dating certain white women, and really just, again, like I said before, like not trying to put race into it, but I just really got to keep it real. It's just like if their family is kind of like has a certain feeling about certain black folks, if they have like a Confederate flag, or if they think black people are inferior, abort. Yeah, that's something to really just recognize too, just for your safety as black men too, and like black women especially if they're dating a white man too, and everything like that. But when it comes to with this topic of this video, it's just really recognizing that too. If like, say for example, you're dating like a really beautiful white woman, she's really nice, she's sweet, she's got morals, but she tells you that her family, kind of like has a certain feeling about black people, and it's just like they think they're inferior, they're lazy, they kind of like believe the stereotypes when it comes to black men and people in general, and just like that could really just be something to really just be aware of too. So just really recognizing that too, and just really asking yourself too as a black man, just really dating like white women too, or just like women in general from different cultures whose families kind of have a certain feeling about black people in general, not just like from America, but also from other parts of the world too. Is it really worth it at the end of the day? Just really recognizing that. So that's just my take on it.
The second you piss this girl off even a little bit, or God forbid you cheat on this girl, then that night there will be a burning cross in your front yard, and they will be having a whole clan rally dedicated to you. And I'm telling you right now, my friend, that is not what you want. Also, if her dad is racist, then she might just be with you to piss him off, because white girls do that. They intentionally sleep with black men.
And I've heard stories about that too. There is this adult entertainer who kind of did that a while back, and I'm not sure if she's doing that anymore, but it was like her life's goal just to get pregnant by certain black men. But I'm not going to put her story out there. You probably know who I'm talking about too, for anyone who's watching this kind of content. I don't want to try to like gross you out or anything like that. It's just something I've heard a while back, and man, I'm telling you. You know what? I'm just going to let this video play. I'm going to just share my own story afterwards.
Just to piss off their dad if they have daddy issues. But daddy issues leads me into my next tip. Fourth and final tip for y'all is to stay away from the gutter bunnies. Oh dear God. The gutter bunnies are the evil variants of evil snow bunny. How is that possible? I don't know, but they've made it possible. See, these type of girls are more...
Yeah, I met some of the... I met one of them back in the day, Oh, I could tell you, the one word I could sum up to them, handful. Oh man.
To black culture. They're the type to rap a young boy a little baby song, start to finish, without missing a single word. And they're also the type of white girls to wear weave in their hair and have a ratchet hood accent. They for sure say the N-word in their free time. And most likely they only like black men and will never, ever date a white guy.
Yep. That's exactly, nail on the head, 100%. I know a couple people, or a couple women who are like that. Yeah. Whew, Lord. Man, they were a different breed, I'll tell you that.
A matter of fact, they get repulsed at the idea of a white man. And most of the time, these girls grew up around black culture. But here's the thing, these type of girls, even though they act like us, dress like us, and want to be like us, when it favors them, they'll switch right back into white girl mode.
They can switch that real quick. You got to watch that too, just when it comes to like how certain white women operate, especially if they love black men, and if they only want to date white men. black men too. Did I say white? God damn, if I kind of fucked up there too. So if they only want to date black men and they kind of being repulsed by just want to date other groups of people or even just with men in general, yeah, that's something to really just recognize too, because they could switch it on the dime if they change their mind like that. They could switch it on the dime. They could code switch real quick. I'll tell you that. And I've seen it before too.
On their boyfriend and then go crying to the police like he beat on them. But of course they're finna believe it because she's a white girl and the man she's talking about is a 6'5" black dreadhead with shiesty and a Hellcat. Now, at the same time, like I said with the Snowbunny, there are good versions of these girls. A lot of gutter bunnies are really cool as shit. I'm not gonna lie. But
I mean, yeah, there's, healthy people out there too, but it's really good to recognize the good and the bad and the weird and the ugly and kinky and all that stuff too, because human nature can change on a dime too. I'm not trying to downplay all the genuine people who actually appreciate black men, especially to all the white women too, or even just women in general who appreciate black men for who they are, not just for their, skin tone with their genetics, all that as well, but also who they are as a person with their morals and values and with their spirituality as well. Just really recognizing the good, recognizing the bad, recognizing the weird, recognizing the strange and all that too. Just really recognizing those kind of parts about, with them, but also within yourself too as a black man as well. If you're really just attracted to those kind of women who kind of have that want to kind of influence on you too when it comes to with your mind, with your sexual energy, with your values, with your morals, just really recognizing that from a healthy space. So that's pretty much I want to just say too, but I let this video continue, but I always got something to say when it comes to that. So anyways, let's continue.
Again, if I kept on talking about those type of girls, this video will be boring. So let's talk about the evil ones. Because most of the time, these evil ones are bops too. And that's the worst part about it. I know a gutter bunny with 40 bodies, multiple trains ran on her. Considered to be the throat go to my city and got slurp and birth badge on Hall of Fame. The crazy part about it is that she's only 18.
Oh, no.
I'm not joking. This isn't, she's insane. That's not.
No, that's fucked up. No, what the fuck?
Not even the only girl I know like this. The thing you gotta watch out with these type of girls is that they oftentimes carry diseases because they're such goers. And most of the time they love black men so much that they don't really care if they rap.
And that's something to really just recognize too, especially, you want to hook up with a gorgeous Snowbunny or a white woman who loves black men, who wants to have fun with multiple black men too, but really just recognizing hey, did she get an STD test? If she's clean, and just really recognizing it, or if she has really good hygiene too, if because we don't when it comes to with hygiene, nobody wants to be with a motherfucker that stinks. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you on that. And when it comes to with just with certain people and how most people operate, most people don't have the best hygiene. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm not trying to put people down, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck here too. And it's just when it comes to with just really asking yourself, when it comes to hooking up with certain white women who love black men, but they don't wash their ass, they don't get STD tests, they, or those kind of things too, just asking yourself, is it worth it? Because is it worth it to really just having some fun, but it can really just cost you your health down the road? So it's really just being mindful of that with your mind, but also with your sexual energy too, with your reproductive organs. So just really recognizing that too, to any brothers out there who want to just date Snowbunnies and white women and women in general too, who love black men, of course.
Up before they go inside. So really do be careful around these women. I'm not gonna lie, they'll get you caught up. I remember I was talking to one gutter bunny in hiding one time, right? And everything was going good, and I thought I was gonna get into a relationship with this girl. Until one day we was in the car and she was showing me her DM. And I seen this random guy that I knew, and I asked her about it. And she said that he's been trying to fuck her for years. But she wasn't going, and she really
Look at this guy's
They were best friends on Snapchat. But at the same time, I didn't really care because even though I was thinking about getting into a relationship with this girl, I wasn't tripping if we didn't get into a relationship. It was that type of situation. And everything was cool after that until literally the next week, I heard a rumor that her and that guy were crushing on the low. So you know what I did that night? I asked her, yo, keep it a bean with me. Are you and this guy fornicating? But she responded with, Are you sure you're not gonna tell anybody? I ain't even let that girl finish. I ain't gonna lie, I immediately blocked her. But the worst part about it is that when I asked this guy about the situation, not only did he say they was crushing for a minute, but he also said that they was doing it wrong. So not only were you lying to me, but you were also putting me in a very dangerous position. Because what if Brody got a disease and then you gave it to me?
Exactly.
Kissing or some
Cause
shit.
an epidemic
what are we
and
talking
shit.
about? Like I said before, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of milk, but you just got to make sure that it's not spoiled. Or you.
Yep. There you go. 100%. You make sure it's not spoiled and, you know, mess up your health. Exactly. Yeah.
Just get AIDS, or get an accusation, or get arrested, or get a cross in the front yard. But that's all of the tips for me. Now it's Zeph's turn. Take it away, Mr. Fire.
Hey, what the fuck is he doing? What are you doing? What you doing? You up to something when you putting your hands like that, trying to rub your hands together like you're doing a Reiki session. What the heck? I only do that when I'm doing like a Reiki session or if my hands are cold, but I don't do that all the time. You know, that's like a stereotype of most black men too. If they rub their hands together, they say that they're up to no good. But me, personally, just for anyone who's listening and watching this for the first time or the second time, I just do that just to warm my hands up or just like to bring some friction if my hands are cold and just bring some heat. But when it comes to it like that, someone who's plotting, man, especially when it comes to American black men, bruh, that's like that weird ass stereotype and all that, which I don't, you know, I'm not trying to like, you know, glorify or anything like that. I'm just really keeping a buck here too when it comes to with this video. So what the fuck? Hey yo. What?
If you don't get what's good with y'all, it is your friendly neighborhood Snowbunny connoisseur, and I'm here to continue what Cloud9 was talking about, and I'm here to tell y'all right now, Snowbunnies, no matter what race you are a threat. Exhibit A, Krillin.
Why you put Krillin in the? I didn't see this coming.
In Dragon Ball Z. Now, if you know Krillin, he's a pretty
this
guy.
is
He
good.
could fight his way out of a paper bag if he tried, but he somehow pulls this.
Krillin. Brothers. You gotta practice sexual discipline. You gotta practice sexual discipline, man. I'll tell you. You must stay focused. I sound like Dr. Umar. I can't believe that. Oh my gosh. And I don't really like that particular dude, but that's another story. So, bruh. Oh man, that's some shit.
Yeah! This 10 out of 10 blonde Snowbunny queen, Android 18, gives him the kiss on the first link
but
to
Krillin ain't black though, he's just human.
But sadly, it does not pan out that way because this man received one kiss. One. And just that one
his whole
kiss
shit up.
was enough to put him under hypnosis. And this is exactly why I'm telling y'all, these white women are dangerous. Just that one kiss made him sacrifice the entire planet.
Yeah.
So he could get
got his best friend killed. Goku.
Boom, boom. And look at this man, what he does it. He's like, hey 18, you miss me? Nobody misses this. And if you've seen Dragon Ball Z, you know the destruction Cell was doing after this. Snowbunny hypnosis causes damage on a global scale.
And it cost Goku
whether
his
fictional
life.
or not. We dead had kingdoms back in the day attacking other countries just to secure their white royalty. Yes, used to go to war for some pussy. We can even go to movies too. I know y'all all seen this scene from Sinners. Mary did that man stack so bad when everyone in the bar tried to warn him. I would have seen him get bit too. I know y'all all seen this scene from
Yeah, I haven't seen Sinners, but I heard that chemistry between these two. Yeah, that's a clear indicator right there. That's on-screen chemistry right there. That's some shit. That is some shit. Killmonger and Spider-Gwen. God damn.
Sinners. Mary did that man stack so bad when everyone in the bar tried to warn him. I would have seen him get bit down and reacted like,
better call Eric Brooks in this bitch.
And I'm telling you, even if you think you're strong enough to resist it, you are not. All those superheroes that be raging for no reason, what calms them down? A white woman. King Kong going berserk in New York City. What did he want? A white woman. It don't matter who you is, even love woman. King Kong, all those superheroes that be raging.
The Hulk. Bro, Goose, what you doing, man?
For no reason, what calms them down? A white woman. King Kong going berserk in New York City. What did he want? A white woman. It don't matter who you is. Even LeBron got tempted. Like, oh, man.
God damn.
I'll give it back to my boy. Thank you for having me.
Besides that, if you like how I yap, go tap into my Twitter. For more daily content, go tap into my live channel. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop it right there. Oh, that's a... So, wait, we can play it a little bit.
Bless God, bless you. I love you. I love you. Thank you.
Oh, this is pause.
Evil Snowbunny.
Oh, okay. So when it comes to with that was a cool reaction video too. When it comes to with that, and even just with my story too, with dating certain women from different cultures who kind of like a infatuation with me, or just like with black men in general, it was just like a double-edged sword. And it's just like what I've learned too in my past experiences is just to really just recognizing the good, the bad, the weird, and all that when it comes to certain people who I connect with. Because you never know when it comes to just, people who want to just have that kind of influence on you, want to try to control you, or they just want to help you too, which is nothing wrong with that. If certain women, especially if they're attracted to you and if they want to just like help you in life when it comes to with your business, or they just want to just have like a connection with you, when it comes to like a friendship level or something even more too down the road, if it's just really, if you guys want to explore that kind of route, then that's cool, just really, having those kind of genuine connections with people who really want to just see you thrive in life, not just like financially, but also spiritually, etc. But then you got to recognize when it comes to with certain women, especially with certain Snowbunnies who really want to just really have that kind of influence on you to where they just want your money, they want your seed basically too. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Some women out there, especially white women, who are into some kinky kind of lifestyles, who really just want your seed, or they want your money, if they want both, or they just want you around for any kind of reason. You really gotta recognize that too, and really asking yourself too, is it worth it? If it's just worth it for hooking up with this white woman who wants to do some Kim Kardashian stuff, or they want to just do some kind of like kinky ritual kind of stuff too, and just really recognizing that, is it worth it too, and really just recognizing those kind of things too, to where it's just like if she likes to party a lot, if she likes to hook up with certain people, and really just overindulge a lot too when it comes to with that, it's where it's just like it really just affects her health. She's got like STDs, or she's got like a whole lot of this stuff, like problems going on too. Just really recognizing that, and really just asking yourself as a black man too, especially if she looks beautiful, she's got like a beautiful body and everything like that, but really just asking yourself too, like, is it worth it? So that's just my take on it too. I might do a part 2, because there's another video too by Berto when it comes to like Snowbunnies being like a black man's weakness, so I might react to that as well. So but anyways, I thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to see the original video from One Cloud 9, it's like 3 months old, so when it comes to that, feel free to check out the original video. If you guys want to support me on this channel too, because I'm trying to make daily videos and really just doing daily reaction videos and Oracle card game videos too, when it comes to that, for those who love Oracle readings and tarot readings and all the topics when it comes to wellness and spirituality and all that too. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, and if you guys like talking about relationships too, when it comes to that, just as like another topic too that really just connects with this channel, you're more than welcome to subscribe to this channel, and really just making sure you get notified to all the things that I'm doing when it comes to hitting the notification bell, so that way you'll get notified to all the things that I'm doing. And I will see you guys around in these social media streets, so you guys take care, and many blessings.